Oh, what's good, gamers? It's your boy ThatKidZ back with another video. In today's video, I wanted to go over a ultimate review of Madden 22 in whole. Each game mode, solos, XP, packs, all of the following. First, we're gonna go down this list right here. Starting off with solo challenge. I didn't think they were too bad this year. There were a few things where they're like full games and stuff at the beginning of the year, but yeah, I feel like they fixed that. They kind of corrected that during the middle of the year and actually made it better, so it was more just like 1/4 solos and just little play solos. So I was happy with the solo change throughout the year. Do not go back to full games, please, EA. We do not like playing full games, so please keep it out. You guys ended it this year. The XP on solo challenges is something that I think EA needs to fix going forward, making it so someone can only do a solo challenge 2 or 3 times, I think, and then it goes to 0 XP. I think if someone wants to really grind solos for 24 hours straight, let them do it. It's not that big of a deal. So I don't think the XP should just go down to 0 after someone does a solo 2 or 3 times. I think that's a little bit ridiculous on the EA's part, so maybe fix that. But other than that, in general, I feel like solo challenge is pretty solid, like a 7.5 out of 10 on the year. Didn't start off rocky, fixed it though at the end. Solo battles, they're kind of boring. I feel like they're a little bit too long, and how you have to get points on them and everything. I feel like the point system's very odd. I think if EA tweaked solo battles a little bit, maybe made them a little bit shorter, made it a little bit easier to get points, made different point ranges, like your score I think should matter the most. If you're putting 50 points up in a solo battles game, you should get the most points. But again, that's something EA will have to focus on going forward. I think the games just feel way too long. Like 40 minutes of playing a bot just gets boring after you're playing 13 games each week. Just something I feel like EA definitely could fix a little bit. So in general, solo battles probably a 6 out of 10. The rewards this year with red zone packs becoming you have to open the pack instead of getting the coin value there too kind of sucked. So in general, solo battles definitely need a little bit of work, but about a 6 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. Head to head, I actually really liked this year. Gameplay wise, gameplay definitely sucked at parts of the year. Like sometimes the game I could play more than an hour or two without getting really bored or really just annoyed with the game. Doing like weird pick animations, stuff like that. And I know they are adding a lot more animations this year, so we'll see if that makes the game better or worse. At this point, head to head, I had a lot of fun, made a lot of coins on it though, so I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10. Not fully there, but not horrible either. So far, we've had 7.5, 6, and then 7 again there. MUT Champions, I really didn't play a whole lot this year. It seemed like I was getting a lot of the same plays. I feel like for Weekend League, you just have to limit people using the same play. Like if someone uses the same play more than like 2 times in a row, they should have to switch it. Kind of like the house rules events. I feel like EA might have to implement that into Weekend League, aka MUT Champions, just so I don't have to see someone run the same play 10 times and there's a glitch. So if I'm in zone defense, he's gonna beat me on this corner or that corner or one or the other. It's something EA I think has to limit how many times you can use a play to fix this problem, but we shall see what they do. Next is squads. Honestly, most of the squad games I jumped into, I had a lot of fun. I think they need matchmaking is a little rough because I know not a whole lot of people play squads all year round, but in general I feel like the teams sometimes were a little uneven, but in general every time I jumped on squads it's pretty good. So I'd give that one honestly a 9 out of 10 probably. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too great either. MUT Champions, I don't know if I gave that a score. I think I did, but if not, I say it's probably like a 5 out of 10, honestly. It needs a lot of work on the back end from EA to make it better, like limiting how many times people can use a certain play. And draft this year, 1 out of 10. The rewards sucked. They didn't change the teams at all this year. You started with the same 85 overall player at quarterback. You ended with it. Like, they didn't update draft at all this entire year. No, the rewards kind of got buns throughout the year. Like, I'd pull a 93 out of a 70 plus. But then when you think that 93 is only going for like 20 grand, I just wasted all that time to get a 20 grand card. It's like, alrighty, yeah. And you have to get, I think it was 3 wins to make profit, 4 wins to get like 3,000 coins profit. I'm not gonna play 4 games to get 3,000 coins. And again, they just didn't update the draft throughout the year, so again, the cards you started with at the beginning of the year, you had to play with those the entire year, which just gets boring really quickly because if you're playing draft a lot, you're gonna see the same top quarterback being Lamar Jackson. Probably top wide receiver's gonna be Tyreek Hill. It's just kind of basic. So 1 out of 10 there. Squads was a 9 out of 10. Mult Champions was a 5. Head-to-head season was a 7. Solo battles was, I think, a 6. And then solo challenges was a 7.5. So the XP thing, I feel like they need to add more XP. I think they need to do like 2 times XP, a little bit more throughout the year. I feel like the first week of each season should just be 2 times XP. I feel like there should be boosts on like when we had the, I think it was called COVID, what was it called? It was like COVID allowance or something like that, where like if I won 10 games in Weekend League, got 50,000 coins, it kind of made people want to play Weekend League just a little bit more. So I think if they put more things like that in the game, like putting people into a certain game mode that's not getting enough play, like if squads aren't getting enough players, just be like, hey, double rewards for squads for this week. Try to push people into zones where there's not getting enough play time. Draft rewards in general need to be boosted up. They were miserable this year. And like last year you had the trophies, like those were cool. I could actually buy like the Wheel of Coins packs and stuff like that with it. So I was sad. Again, EA sadly did take that out. So a lot of things EA needs to switch on the back end. Just little minor things that can make the community a little bit happier with how the game is going and stuff like that. But that's something EA will have to realize on their own as they develop as a company. Because they still are a little rough on the edges. Like COVID allowance, I think that's what it was called, was one of the most amazing things of that year. Because it made me want to play Weekend League. Because I could only average like 10 wins a week. And we just put 97 Stephon Diggs. But that 10 games, if I won 10 games, I have 50 grand. Coin quick sell, which 50 grand for a week of playing head-to-head games wasn't bad at all. So stuff like that, I feel like motivating people to play their game a little bit more would be nice to see in the future. But most of the stuff that, if an EA person is listening to this, will go towards Madden 24, not Madden 23, because they're already developing Madden 23 by now. The packs this year, honestly, they weren't too bad. I like the training variety that they added Redux in there. Redux animation is kind of buns, but that's beside the point. Pack odds could be increased, obviously, a little bit here and there, but I think anyone can say that. The packs, you have the risk there. Ultimate Legend packs, I feel like they need to decrease as the season goes along. Like, there's no reason I should have to pay 160 grand for a pack right now. I think I bought all of them, actually. Yeah, right there. Right there. Bought both of them. I had a lot of fun buying packs this week, boys. I was just testing my pack luck, which is how I got all that training. But, yeah. In general, I'd say Madden 22 on the year. Gameplay-wise sucked. But actually, like, fun-wise, I give it like a C, a C minus, maybe a D. If they make gameplay fun again, honestly, this game would be amazing. But again, it's EA, so who knows how long it's going to take for that to happen. Kenny Clark right there. Amazing. A big pull. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you are new, EA, get your stuff together. Please and thank you. I want to play the game. I want to have fun. Other than that, it's been your boy ThatKidZ-yt. I'm out of here.